Sometimes when you take a step back and look at the world around you, it's easy to feel like there's something missing, like there's a gap between where you are and where you think you should be. And in those moments, it might seem as if there's a pressure, an invisible force telling you must be someone else, someone more impressive, someone with the right kind of beauty, wealth or status. But here's the thing, isn't it interesting how often those thoughts, they just slip away? The moment you realize you've already got everything you need right here, right now. You see, we're often told in order to be loved, accepted or even valued, we must become something or someone else. Yet, that's not really the case. When you truly allow yourself to see, feel and understand, you'll realize that what you've been searching for was already inside of you all along. It's almost like trying to find a key when you had it in your hand the whole time, just waiting for you to notice it. And perhaps in those moments where you feel intimidated or out of place, you can gently remind yourself there's no need to be anything other than what you already are. You don't have to impress anyone. You don't have to change to fit someone else's idea of who you should be. Instead, just notice how comfortable and at ease you can be within yourself, just as you are. There's a deep power in this moment, in knowing you can be fully accepted just as you are. And as you listen to the sound of my words, you might find it helpful to imagine yourself standing in front of a mirror. The reflection you see is not just the surface, but the essence of who you are. You can see your qualities, your potential, your unique way of being in the world. And with each passing moment, you feel a sense of pride in who you are. You might even smile as you recognize how beautiful the reflection is, not because of what the world might see, but because of what you see when you look at yourself. And it's not just about beauty or appearance, is it? No. It's about something far deeper, something timeless, something effortless. It's about your being. It's about the truth that you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You've always been enough. You always will be. So imagine for a moment that there's a shift. Perhaps it's as if a cloud has passed, and the sun is now shining through, warming you, lighting you up, and showing you just how truly valuable and worthy you are. So almost as if, in this moment, you begin to feel a sense of deep calm. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your heart. Your very presence becomes a gift to the world. Not because you've earned it, but because you already are a gift, simply by being you. And then you start to notice how easy it becomes to step into your own power, your own natural state. You might even begin to smile at how effortless it feels to simply be yourself. You might realize all the pressure you once felt to impress others is in fact just a thought, a pattern, that with just a little attention can easily be replaced by something much more empowering. The belief that you're enough, that you don't need to chase anything, you don't need to strive or hustle for something that was always available to you all along. It's almost as if the feeling of needing to be something else just fades away. It's like stepping out of a fog into a clear, bright space where you can breathe deeply and effortlessly. And when you can relax into this understanding, when you can truly own your own worth, you'll notice how naturally you begin to connect with others. You're no longer trying to fit in or prove something. You simply are. And that is what attracts people. That's what draws them to you. Because people, they naturally sense when someone is comfortable in their own skin, when someone is at peace with who they are. And perhaps just for a moment, you might like to imagine a situation, just any situation, where in the past you might have felt pressure, doubt or insecurity. Notice how, in this moment, you can shift that perception. You can see yourself standing tall, feeling comfortable, feeling at ease. There's no tension, there's no worry. There's just a calm, unshakable confidence in knowing that you belong, that you are worthy. And that, in fact, you've nothing to prove. In fact, the more you simply are, the more the world around you begins to shift and respond to you in ways that feel natural, easy and comfortable. You may even find that as you become more and more confident in your own worth, the things you once felt you needed to prove or achieve, they just no longer hold the same power over you. They become distant, faint, and instead, what becomes important is the gentle, powerful truth that you can love yourself just as you are, and everything else will fall into place. So, as you continue to listen to the rhythm of your breath, you might find yourself effortlessly stepping into this new reality, where love, acceptance, and peace, they're available to you, not because you've earned them, but because they're your birthright. You've always had access to them, and now they're just a natural, everyday experience. And as you rest in this truth, you begin to notice how much more connected you feel with your own life, with others, with the world. You realize you're not trying to be someone else anymore. You're the person you've always been meant to be, whole, valuable, and worthy. And the more you realize this, the more you begin to see it reflected in every area of your life. So take a moment now and imagine all the things, the ones made you feel less than, smaller than, or unworthy. Just imagine them gently melting away, like ice on a warm day. And instead imagine a deep, comforting warmth filling the spaces they once occupied, filling you from the inside out. Let that warmth grow. Let it fill you completely, until you feel it in every part of your being. And as you feel it, notice how easy it is to believe that you're enough, just as you are, because truly, you've always been enough. And with that, you may find it more natural to step into your true self, to be free from any need for validation, any need to impress or prove anything. And instead, you simply shine. You shine because you're light. You shine because you've always been worthy of the love and acceptance that you seek. And as you step forward with this newfound clarity, notice how the world begins to respond to you with open arms, with love, with appreciation. And now let this feeling of unworthiness, of acceptance, grow and expand, knowing deep inside that this truth is not something you've to earn. It's always been yours and always will be. Because you know, sometimes in life, there's moments when it seems like everyone around you has something that you don't have, something that you need to feel worthy. Maybe it's the beauty they radiate, the wealth they seem to possess, the status they've achieved, or the confidence that flows from them so effortlessly. And in those moments you might feel as if there's a gap between you and them, between who you are and who you think you should be. But what if, just for a moment, you allowed yourself to consider something different, something that's already within you? What if, just for today, you allowed yourself to step out of that thought, out of that belief that you must change, impress, or become someone else? What if you allowed yourself to relax, to feel comfortable, to embrace the idea that, in this very moment, you're already whole, already perfect, already complete? Isn't it interesting how, when you truly look, when you really pay attention, you can begin to notice how often you already have everything that you need? How without any effort, you begin to see you've been carrying the power, the worth, and the love you seek right here, right inside you. Now imagine something for a moment. Picture a stream of water flowing freely through the world, clear and clean, gentle and unhurried. It doesn't try to be anything other than what it is. It doesn't need to prove its worth to anyone, because its very nature is to be. What if you were like the stream? What if without trying, you could simply be yourself, flowing effortlessly, knowing your very presence is enough? What if in this moment you allowed yourself to relax into that knowing, that deep, profound understanding that you're not lacking anything, nothing at all? You see, every time you think you need to impress, to change, or to become something different, it's like you're stepping into a trap that keeps you disconnected from the truth of who you really are. But notice just for a moment how when you step out of that trap, when you take a deep breath, when you release the need to prove yourself, you allow something entirely new to emerge. It's almost as if you remember who you really are at your deepest core. There's a quiet strength that arises from within you. And that strength is you, exactly as you are. So imagine just for a moment how this new way of being feels. How your body, your mind, your heart, they can all relax into this new rhythm. Where you don't need to be someone else. Where there's nothing to prove. Just the simple, powerful truth that you're enough, right here, right now. That deep understanding becomes so clear, so effortless. You can't help but feel a deep sense of ease, of peace, of even excitement. Because when you realize this truth, you truly allow it to sink in. You begin to see the world with new eyes. And the world sees you differently too. So now, as you continue to relax into this awareness, notice how your mind can expand, opening up to a new possibility, a new belief. I'm worthy exactly as I am. Can you feel that? How natural it feels, how right it feels, how good it feels to embrace this belief. It doesn't require effort. It doesn't require action. It's simply the truth of who you are. And as you hold on to this truth, notice how the need to impress or seek approval begins to melt away. It's like watching ice turn to water, effortlessly dissolving into something freer, something lighter. And as the ice melts away, you feel lighter too. You feel freer. Now let's explore something even deeper. What if you could step outside the belief that you need to be someone else? Someone more beautiful, more wealthy, more confident, and simply be who you are. Imagine it's easy to do this. That it's so natural that you could wake up tomorrow feeling exactly this way. What would it feel like if you were completely at ease with the person you've always been? And in this new state of mind, you realize something. You realize all those moments of fear or doubt. When you felt unworthy, they were simply stories. Just stories you told yourself. Stories you no longer need to believe. And in fact, you might begin to realize the only reason those stories felt true was because for a time you chose to believe them. But now you choose differently. You choose to see yourself as worthy, to see yourself as enough. And as you allow that realization to settle in, notice how your body begins to shift, how your posture becomes more open, more confident, simply because you've let go of all of those old beliefs. You stand taller, breathe deeper and naturally. Others begin to notice the change too. They're not noticing you because you're doing anything differently. No. They're noticing you because you're simply being who you are. And when you step into this new belief, when you embrace it fully, you find the need to impress others simply dissolves. It's as though you've discovered a hidden secret. A secret that's always been there. And that secret is this. You're already enough. You always were. You might begin to notice that with each passing day, as you step into this new understanding, new opportunities open up to you. The more you accept yourself, the more the world reflects that acceptance back to you. Your confidence grows, not because you've done anything to earn it, but because you've finally realized that you don't need to earn it at all. Confidence, self-worth, and love, they're yours by default, simply because you are. And when you stop trying to force those things in your life, when you stop chasing after them, they come to you effortlessly. They always have. It's almost like breathing. The air doesn't judge you for breathing, does it? It just gives you what you need, freely, easily, naturally. And this is how life works, when you stop trying to force it. When you stop believing that you have to be something else to deserve love, acceptance, or success. Life will flow to you, just like that stream, naturally, effortlessly, freely. And when you stop trying to control it, you begin to see how much more you can relax into the truth of who you are. And as you relax, your sense of peace and self-worth becomes more and more natural. And here's something that might surprise you. The more you relax into your own worth, the more you find other people begin to reflect that back to you. They start to see you for who you truly are. Not for the image you've tried to create. Not for the persona you tried to project. No, they see the real you, the authentic you. And that is more than enough. It always was. And in this way, you begin to build connections, relationships, and experiences that feel deep, meaningful, and real. All because you finally embraced the truth that you've always been worthy, always been enough. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to strive to change or to chase after something you think you lack. Everything you need, you already have. And all you have to do is simply step into it. Step into who you are. And when you do, it feels as though the world opens up to you. So now take a moment and allow that belief to settle deep into your mind. Feel it, know it. You're worthy, you're enough. You've always been enough. Let this truth flow through you now, filling every part of you. With each breath, notice how this feeling grows. With every moment that passes, it becomes even more natural, more effortless. As you embrace this truth, you find it's not just a belief anymore. It's who you are. It's your reality. And in this reality, everything flows. All this love, all this acceptance, all this peace, it's yours always, just because you are.